there, Chocks and Chockettes, and in between Roberto here for another video review. It's a special edition Cadbury Dairy Milk Caramilk Top Deck. Yes, look at that. What's a lot to take in, isn't it? A lot to take in, and well, looks amazing, doesn't it? I mean, just by looking at it, you can tell this looks to be something pretty special. So fingers crossed it actually is. So it's Cadbury Australia won this one, and they still do Cadbury Top Deck in Australia. I don't think they've done it in the UK for quite some time now. I've certainly never seen it for a long time. It used to be like a sort of top shelf chocolate I'd see at newsagents and things like this. It's basically Cadbury Dairy Milk on the base and the Cadbury white chocolate on the top. But basically in this case they put caramel on top instead. So yeah, look at that. So basically sort of caramel white chocolate essentially, yeah. So as I say, this is an Australian import. You see the description there. Dairy milk, milk chocolate with Caramilk chocolate. Wow, look at that. It certainly does sound very nice and it certainly looks very nice. So hopefully it's a winner. 100% sustainably sourced cocoa. I'd always check what that really means. 100% sustainably sourced if it's important to you. Because I'd always check the small print basically. 175 gram bar. Because it's got the sort of Cadbury Australia watermarking. You can kind of see just you can sort of see the the glass and half and things like this, and this is dairy milk and stuff like that, just in the purple. Yeah, looks very interesting. It does. Yeah, so got some more information on the Cocoa Life scheme that Cadbury has going on. Cadbury believes that sustainably sourced cocoa does good for farmers, their communities and our planet. Now, it's an imported product, so you can see there's import sticker over the regular stuff here. Dairy milk chocolate 60% with caramelised white chocolate 40%. The milk chocolate contains cocoa size 27%, milk size 24%. White chocolate contains cocoa size 23%, milk size 29%. So it does look to be actual white chocolate. Yes, it's got cocoa butter in it. So yeah, some of them, especially in Australia, can't label them as being white chocolate. I think most of the world actually, because it doesn't have cocoa butter in. So I'm assuming this does, which you just mentioned, it's where caramel's white chocolate. Seems to be basically where, yeah, I guess it's sort of, I don't know, sometimes you get these sort of caramel products, caramilky, well, get these sort of, I don't know, like, let's just say Caramax and things like that, for instance, perhaps Vitti's Gold bars. I think where basically it's sort of condensed milk, essentially allowed to caramelise when heated, and then turns into this sort of caramel type product. It's not necessarily white chocolate, essentially. And I think legally it has to have cocoa butter in it to, yeah, basically labelled as white chocolate. So there we go. Could be getting that wrong, of course. I think I'm right, but okay, might be wrong. Did it from memory now, so yeah. But I would have put a caption if I was wrong or whatever. Okay, so let's have a look. Anything else of interest there? Here's the ingredients in bold for allergy. Milk, soya. Okay, all right. The red cycle. I think it says red cycle. It's, yeah. Anything else of interest? We've got some stuff under here. So we've got the. Did it give calorie information over there? I think I did give sort of calories. We've got it per 100 grams here. 442 calories, 31.3 grams of fat, 18.9 of which are saturates. Also distributed by NQ Candy Consultants. Okay, there we go. Alright, but so we've got sort of, in Australia they don't give you in kilocalories basically the calories, they give you in kilojoules. I think they give you that in the UK as well, but don't give you the other part. So basically servings per pack is 7, serving size 25 grams, approximately 4 squares. 567 kilojoules, 7.8 grams of fat, 4.7 which are saturates, that's per serving, per 4 squares roughly, 25 grams. 2,270 kilojoules, 31.3 grams of fat, 18.9 of which are saturates. That's per 100 grams. So 2,270. So if you go onto this, equates to 542 calories. So it's about a quarter roughly. Not quite, but about that. Yeah, so there we go. It's a 175 gram bar. So fortunate enough this time for the for 25 grams to actually go into it. So yeah, so normally on the Cadbury's products that they've done these sort of let's say this sort of per portion or serving size. The serving size hasn't actually divided into the actual weightage of the bar, but this time it seems to have actually used common sense and sorted that out. There we go. Hello guys, just interrupting my own review because I'm pretty sure that I forgot to mention this really, and I was saying how the how they finally got it to mathematically add up for the calories of this bar, but you know it's an 8x4 bar, and it's saying that these basically, you know, 25 gram portions approximately 4 squares, and there's 7 portions per pack. But if there's an 8x4 bar and each 4 squares is 25 grams, well that just can't be the case, can it? You know what I mean? Because there's 8 portions per pack in that case, and if each 4 squares weighs 25 grams, then that equals 200 grams, and it's a 175 gram bar. So it's just really needlessly confusing that. So in Cadbury Australia, I just don't understand why they do that. Why they just make it it's just confusing. I don't understand it. You know, just very strange. But anyway, so I did commend them for sorting out the mathematics for the calorie information, but clearly haven't, and it's still as confusing as ever. So I don't know. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know that it's very strange, and I'm sure it's pretty needless. But yeah. So anyway, back to the review wherever I wherever I jumped in. Got some stuff there. Dairy Milk, Caramilk, the glass and a half device, and the colour purple, or trademarks used under license. There you go, the colour purple, eh? Yeah, plus this particular shade of purple, I guess. Not just purple generally. Alright, well, it looks very interesting, looks very nice, but we need to give it an open, find out more. So let's do it. Let's give it an open. Okay, then we'll give this Cadbury Dairy Milk Caramilk Top Deck an open. Yeah, so yeah, very much excited for this one. Just noticed that new allergen on the base there, so obviously they've added something in that's not normal, so it's quite good that they've highlighted it there. I quite like that. I think I've done that a few times in Australian products before, so this is an Australian import, by the way. So yeah, very nice. I don't remember the old Top Deck in the UK, but basically isn't available anymore, but it was Dairy Milk base with a sort of white chocolate topper like this in the segments. Still available in Australia, and they've done a Caramilk version of it, so it looks very interesting, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, so let's give it an open. It's got the sort of flow wrapper affair here. Very good. It says, we believe that tasting good and doing good should go hand in hand. So it's that Cocoa Life project they've got going on. So interesting. As I say, I would look into it just to see what it really is all about. Cadbury believes that sustainable source cocoa does good for farmers, their communities and our planet. So I would definitely look into it. I say it's important to do that. Alright, so let's give it an open then. So I've done about 930 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please get the like button. And subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Couldn't know what to say then. The top right corner, I'll link to places for more reviews, as well as some related reviews, such as Australian reviews, Australian Cadbury products, things like this. And yeah, oh wow, look at that. Yes, and some other Caramilk products and all sorts of other things. I've done quite a few reviews, so after you watch this one, check those out. If you enjoy those too. But look at this. Looks very nice, doesn't it? I think you would definitely say that there's definitely looks to be plenty of Caramilk inclusion there. Things like the Cadbury Dairy Milk Spring Edition in the UK tends to pay lip service pretty much to the white chocolate, but I think this one you would definitely say, obviously this is Caramilk, not white chocolate, but I definitely would say it has plenty of caramel there. I mean, what's the percentage on the side? What's the percentage on the wrapper? What does it say again? It's at the top, Dairy Milk, milk chocolate 60%, with caramelised white chocolate 40%. So it's 60-40 split. You know, yeah, you could almost think it was 50-50 there, but I guess the base, more area, but even so, not bad at all that. Look at that. Not bad. Yes, smells very nice as well. Smells very caramilky. It smells quite white chocolatey actually, but yeah, there we go. Maybe a bit sort of, you know, maybe a bit caramilky. Let's give a bit of a measurement, shall we? So got the old measuring apparatus here. I think perhaps a bit too long for the calipers. Let's have a see. What does it say? About 17.2 centimeters there, I think, in length. I'll just continue on with the ruler. Why not? 8.5 there. Yeah, so there we go. So we'll let's grab the old calipers. We'll just again 8.5. It measured on the ruler, like with the calipers. 8.5. Yeah, not bad. Let's do the height then. 1.28, 1.3. The top of the segment. About 6.2 millimeters in between. It's about half the size, which does look to be about right. Okay, yeah, interesting indeed. Yeah, so it's not quite as wide at the top and things as it is at the bottom. But I think you can kind of see that really. Sometimes I do measure it at the top as well, but to be honest with you, it's not very accurate, so I'm not sure there's much point. I can't get it quite right, quite perfectly there. But I guess we might try with the ruler, but as I say, it's not very accurate. Yeah, so I don't know, about 8 centimeters maybe, 8.2. Yeah, 8.5. So use about 3 millimeters basically there, like that. I guess at the top at 16.7 as opposed to 17.2. Half a millimeter. I'll say it's not too accurate. Alright, let's give it a bit of a snap then. Seems a shame to break it, but break it we must. Let's have a look. Yeah, so where was it? So I'll tell you, let's give it a bit of a chop down the middle, shall we? See, just to check it's Caramilk all the way through. Yep, does indeed look like it. Look at that. Chopped away a bit there, but yes, very nice. You could probably even pick up. Would it separate? Not quite. It doesn't quite separate. But yeah, not bad that. Yeah, looks very nice. Looks very nice, very tasty. It's exactly what you'd expect as well. There's no shenanigans going on. It's milk chocolate for the bottom part and then caramel where it's at the on the sort of nubble at the top. Yeah, very nice. There's Cadbury symbol there as well. No, it looks pretty good that. I mean, I'm happy with that. I'm happy indeed. But does it taste nice? So I think we need to find out, don't we? So let's lift ourselves up, give it a taste. So let's do it. Okay then, everyone, going to give this Cadbury Dairy Milk Caramilk Top Deck a taste. Australian import. Yes, Dairy Milk milk chocolate with caramel chocolate. A bit of a tongue twister there, but there we go. Alright, yeah. So we've got a couple of segments that we snapped off earlier. So let's give them a taste. Let's do it. Let's taste one at a time, actually, rather than two. Let's not be too greedy. Let's give it a go. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. It's a funny one. It's a funny one. It's can't really taste too much of the dairy milk, to be honest with you, even though you probably would think that the dairy milk is probably the prominent. Well, according to the wrapper, the dairy milk is the prominent one, but I would definitely say that there's more caramel there. You know, just from the nubbing. You know, nice looking segment, but yeah, interesting. Let's see. It's not too bad. It's interesting combo. I think when Caramilk first came out, it was sort of bowled over by it. It was so interesting, unique, and such a fresh thing. I don't know. It just tasted really nice, and but I definitely feel like very quickly it's kind of, I don't know, went a bit more mundane. I don't know why. It was just a bit. It was a nice novelty, but I don't know if it's kind of stuck there. And I think kind of sums it up a bit. This, it's not bad, but I feel like it's not really. I think the problem with this bar is that Cadbury Dairy Milk isn't that strong in Australia. It just doesn't have a strong taste to it, and in this one it's definitely overpowered by the caramel. But then you kind of feel like maybe the caramilk's been watered down a bit as well because of it, you know what I mean? So while you can't really taste it directly, it kind of does sort of interfere with the caramel taste. Let's just perhaps try eating just the top of the segment. And the caramel itself is pretty good. You know, I don't think I'm quite bowled over it as I was. As I say, I think it's kind of I don't know. It's okay. It's just like a sort of. You imagine it's like a caramel white chocolate. Really, it's not a bad chocolate taste, but it's definitely seems to be. I don't know. It's just not one thing or another really. I don't know why I'm not really getting that stronger caramel taste. I don't know whether it's I don't know whether it's just because I'm a bit less bowled over by the caramel now or what. I don't know. When I first had it and tasted it, I was bowled over by it really. I really enjoyed the novelty of it. I tried the caramel creaminess of it. I don't know, but now, in taste of something like this, I don't know. It looks really nice, but I feel like it's just not really got that much not much going for it really. I don't know. It's not a bad bar though by any means. I do think it is quite interesting, but I feel like I don't know. It's just not quite. Yeah. This bit's not really exciting enough. I don't know why. I'm just wondering whether what I would think of a full caramel bar now. You know, I need to perhaps try it again. Really, I don't know. Because I've had other permutations of caramel since then, really, and they've all been with something else, and they've never quite lived up to the original experience I had when I first had the caramel. And I think this is kind of similar with this. It's just not. I don't know. It's just not that exciting. It looks really exciting. It sounds really exciting, but when I eat it, I'm not really getting the massive, interesting tastes. Really, I think the milk chocolate's kind of not really there, and I feel like the caramel is kind of either watered down by the watered down in speech marks, but by the Dairy Milk, which in Australia isn't that great, not compared to the UK one. It's just not really much taste. It's a very sort of, I would say, quite relatively bland milk chocolate. Unlike the UK one, which is quite a distinct taste, I would say. I think the caramel is just, as I say, just not really that strong either, really. I don't know. I'm just not really getting much from it. So I don't know. Disappointing, I think, is what I'd say. Looks great, though, as I say, but as I said, as also, it's quite disappointing. Yeah, it's just a bit bland, really. It's strangely bland. I think that's the only way I can sort of sum it up. It's not horrible or anything, but I feel like it doesn't really excel at anything. I don't feel like I'm getting a real Caramilk experience. I don't think the Dairy Milk's adding anything to it. I mean, what's quite an interesting combination on paper. I just think in practice, I don't know if this is just across the board, just in this case, really. I might have to do some more investigation of that. But I feel like the sort of 60-40 experience here just isn't quite, yeah, it's not really as good as the sum of its parts, basically. As I say, the Cadbury Dairy Milk Australia isn't that great, and that could be what's affecting it, really, bringing back the Caramilk taste and making it sort of, but I've tried just having the Caramilk on its own. Could be because there wasn't as much of it, because I just tried nibbling the top off, but yeah, it just didn't come across that exciting either, that sort of intensely sort of caramel white chocolatey flavour that I was kind of expecting. So I say, I don't know if it's just because it's just less of it, and maybe it's just the base, does actually contain quite a lot more, and I guess it does when you think about the sort of the ratio of the bar is to 6-4 to the milk chocolate. So I think in summary, they don't really work that well together, I don't think, especially the fact that as I say, the Cadbury Dairy Milk Australia just isn't that great, to be honest with you. So I feel like that's not really adding anything to the bar, and only taking away from the Caramilk taste, really. But even then, as I say, when I tasted the Caramilk on its own, I wasn't really bowled over by it. But I think that might be just because there's just not that much of it, not enough to really sink your teeth into, if you know what I mean, at least when you're sort of nibbling half of it off the segment. So yeah, so I think for me, a bit disappointing ultimately. I think still nice though, still a nice experience, looks great, definitely they've got something going for it, I think, but ultimately quite disappointing. So yeah, so for me, 3.5 out of 5. Disappointing. Okay guys, well I hope you enjoyed that review. You know the drill by now. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube member program as well. Great to support the channel, really is. Link for that's in the description. All this, that and all these links are pinned on the screen now, so please click on one of those. Continue to watch my channel's content. It really is a great way to support the channel by following on from video to video and enjoying the rest of it. It really does help out. Leave a like, leave a comment as well. Always great to hear from you, and always do my best to reply. Thanks again for watching guys. Take care and have a great day as well, and I'll see you next time.